Hey, what's up, everyone? We are the crew from SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, a weekly podcast where we go over everything going on in the world of K-pop. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, that was a lag, but she's here. Her internet's not the best right now, so she might be lagging a tiny bit.
Sorry.
But on today's episode, we will be breaking down Queendom EP8. A lot of things happened this episode. So the first thing, we are currently on stage 3 unit performances, broken up into 2 rounds. The first one was the unit round, which we saw previously, where it was pretty much the 6 groups sent the vocalist and a representative performer to make these pairings. So, the vocalist made up 3 different pairings, and the performance unit performed together, but were judged individually, and we got the results of that this week. And then we also got the start of stage 3, part 2, Pandoras Box with an F. It's not with a P, it's Pandoras Box, where each of the 6 acts will perform a song suggested by the audience. That's very a loose interpretation. They more or less just read comments as to what they should sing and pick something out. But first part that we're going to go over is round 3, part 1 results. So they finally ranked these performances. So first of all, let's go through the vocal units. First place with 260 votes went to team Guo Ogu, which consisted of Hwasa from Mamamoo and K from Lovelyz, and they sang Billie Eilish, Wish You Were Gay. Second place went to team Boom and Jung, What's Up We 찾았다, which consists of Park Boom and Hyojung from Oh My Girl. They sang I-DLE Scarecrow, and they had 124 votes, so less than half of what Hwasa and K got. Third place, unfortunately, went to team Ah, which consists of Haejung from AOA, Minnie from I-DLE, and they sang Dean's Instagram. They only got 104 votes. What do we feel about these rankings, guys?
It's as I expected.
I mean, even when we were sharing opinions last week, to be honest, I wasn't really quite sure which would be the most popular because they're all very different. But I'm surprised to see that Instagram is last.
Okay, my 2 things was, I felt that Instagram was the best out of the 3. That's what I stated last week. I will I will die on that hill. It was the best. I had a feeling that Hwasa and K would win because of Hwasa's overwhelming popularity.
Yeah. Yes.
But at the same time, by this much, like that was my take. I also think that obviously K did a great job, but like being paired with Hwasa pretty much assured you would do decently well.
That's why she fought for it.
At the same time, this was a really good opportunity where we saw a new level of possibility and opportunity for K.
Yeah. Oh yeah, taking nothing away from K, I just preferred the other 2 performances more. Straight up. Not gonna lie. I mean, 260, 124, 104. So the second and third place relatively close. 260 is crazy.
It's a landslide.
And if I remember correctly, didn't they say they invited like equal amounts of fans from each fandom to this?
Did they?
They did.
Apparently, that's what they said last week.
Let's hope.
So that's that. I don't think there's really much more to say about that. I think more interesting was the rankings of the performance units, also known as 6 Puzzle. First place with 110 votes went to Yua from Oh My Girl.
Yes.
Second place went to Moonbyul from Mamamoo with 108. Third place went to Sujin from Yeoja Idol, but she also had 108 votes, so I don't know how that worked out. Fourth place was Yein from Lovelyz, 101 votes. Fifth place was Chanmi from AOA, big drop off to 47 votes. And then last place in 6th place was Eunji from Brave Girls, who was pretty much doing the performance for Park Bom. She only got 19 votes.
Okay, first of all, at least she got 19 votes.
It wasn't very fair.
Here's the thing.
That was not fair.
There's only a 9 vote difference between 1st place and 4th place. It was a dogfight at the top.
Yeah.
Some things I want to say. I think for Eunji from Brave Girls kind of got screwed. She didn't get to do her own stage, really. She just did like a what's up, bro, with Park Bom. I don't think that was really fair. Like, I know she would have probably still got 6th because objectively she's like the least popular out of the 6. She's not on the show right now. But still, you could have like leveled the playing field a little bit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was under the impression that she wouldn't be counted towards the votes or something, but man, this is
Yeah,
not
but
looking good for Bakbom.
additionally, I thought that Moonbyul, she's my favorite in Mamamoo, one of my favorite people in K-pop. I thought giving her second was a little generous.
Really?
I thought
The
second place was
fandom.
generous, and I thought that Yein deserved better than fourth. Those were just my two.
I think Yain got what I expected. I'm not gonna say the word deserved because regardless of how I feel about it, I do recognize that her performance wasn't necessarily the most public friendly per se.
That's true.
Mm,
Right? These are
Mm.
K-pop fans who don't
Right.
really aren't super interested in contemporary art. So it's a different playing field there.
But what do you think of
Mm.
Moonbyul?
I honestly thought that's kind of acceptable. I wouldn't be surprised that she's second or third and possibly.
Mm.
I would if she got first place.
Yeah.
I would have been like,
Okay,
that's a little
yeah.
funky.
I am very happy that Yua got first because I thought she
Well deserved.
well
Yeah.
deserved, in my opinion. And what do you think of these rankings?
I think I agree with most of them. I think last week, I also predicted the Hwasa and K just because I felt like the song was pretty popular, they're pretty popular, so I feel like it was a good combination for both of them. And I also thought Yua did the best because I felt like it was a little unexpected for some people. So I'm
Man,
I'm glad it turned out this way in a certain. I feel like it's well deserved for most of them. I think.
Anita got both predictions correct.
She did.
Wow.
Wow. But
Can you read the future, Anita? Wow.
No.
But some things I want to point out. AOA throwing the result cards down was hilarious. I thought that was like the funniest moment. She's like, "Ish." Now I thought, I think for me, and then Sungi and Yua crying. I was like, "I'm crying because of you, idiot," like that kind of thing. I thought that was great. For me, like Sungi, Haejung, Jimin have stood out the most in terms of being just funny on the show. Like they're just doing hilarious stuff the whole way. But let's now move on to round 3, part 2, Pandoras Box with the fan selected songs. Lovely's got to pick the special audience. They've been doing this. One time it was like security guards. It was trainees in the first round. Lovely's picked because they won a game that they did on the retreat. They picked the Housewives Singing Club as the special audience. And one thing to note is that in this round 3, part 2, Pandora's Box, the fans get to vote and the audience get to pick 2 teams. So that's another thing to think about.
I like that.
First performance, I-DLE, Say No, Horror Version, which is one of their B-sides. Bro. My first note, this was art. This is art. For me, just me, performance of the competition so far.
Whoa, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Whole thing?
Whoa.
Although I do think this was more of a performance stage than a song. I thought that Soojin and Minnie had epic stage presence. That lipstick rub
Yes.
might be the best moment of the whole show.
Oh, that was pretty cool, yeah.
That might have been with the like the quivering and the almost crying, and then Minnie was acting. That was crazy town. But I thought the concepting and the stage was fantastic. The backup dancers with the contortionist thing was crazy.
That was scary. You can't do it.
I thought that all the members looked great, but some of them can't pull off horror that well. I'm not gonna name names, but some of them are too cute to be pulling off horror. Like
That's yeah.
I know for me, Soyeon's rap verse wasn't her best verse, but at the same time, she's the one behind a lot of the stages that they're doing. So you got to give props to her. She's like, for me, in terms of someone who has in the NFL, the football league, they give out an MVP, most valuable player. It's supposed to not be given to the best person, but the person who contributes the most to their team. Soyeon might be the MVP in K-pop right now.
Under the pretense that she does produce everything. Yeah, probably.
But what do you guys think of this stage?
Boy,
Warren can go first.
Oh, god damn it.
I didn't see. We recorded the regular episode before this, and I didn't drop any particular spicy takes. So I thought I could end the day without dropping any spicy takes. But
What?
this was my least favorite of the 3, easily. No, I kind of agree with your points. It was pretty cool acting. contortionists. I love them.
Bro, I could barely like scratch all of my back. But, okay.
But, here's the thing. I felt like they went a little too far this time. They took it a little too far. This isn't.
This was art.
Nah, this is not art.
I was actually just concerned for the guest audience, the older ladies.
Okay, that's a good point.
Like, oh my goodness.
Those moms in the audience are gonna be like,
I was scared.
I see you.
Here's how I felt. Like whenever K-pop tries to pull off like a contemporary art kind of deal, where it's kind of on the extreme experimental end, it either does it really well because they pour a lot of money into it, or they don't do it well because it seems forced. And to me, it felt kind of forced in the aspect that they were like, oh, we're doing experimental for the sake of experimental and nothing else. And to me, that's not really art.
So
That, to me, that's
you think it's like shock factor
yeah.
to an extent? I
Yeah,
can
that's
see
actually
your
a good way to do it. Yeah.
I really
On that
enjoyed
aspect,
this.
what?
I really enjoyed this though.
Yeah, but I like the other ones better, you know.
Okay.
At least you liked it.
Oh God.
I
Alright.
I
You
honestly,
didn't like the ones I liked.
I think
true.
I appreciated just like how much they were invested in this. I feel like out of all the other groups, they really committed and they
Yeah.
were thinking outside the box, you know. And I feel like it's not a bad thing to try out something new. I just feel like Warren said, it might have been on the much side. It was a little disturbing for me, but
You're disturbed.
I
No,
don't.
never
I wouldn't say it's bad.
bro. But the one thing you gotta praise G-Idol for is like Soyeon raises the G-Idol flag, right? And she's like, "We going in the battle. We doing this," and everyone fully commits with her line of thinking at a
Well,
certain point. Yuki did it
wasn't
at the
it
beginning, but
Yuki, yeah.
once the decision is made, they commit 1,000% as a group, which I respect them for doing.
I didn't like the stage, but that doesn't mean.
Let's
I
move on to the
dislike
second
G-Idol.
performance.
I appreciate their. Yeah.
So we had Momma Moose,
Y'all.
I Miss You, which is another beat track. So, man, the feels in this song
It was strong.
were immense. They had trainee footage. For me, the standout was Wien. Like, sometimes she gets a little overshadowed by Solar within Mamamoo. She was so good on this one. That's not to say, because Solar was also epic as I expected, right? She's Solar, one of the best vocalists right now. Wien, though, added so much to the song. The autumn brown tones were beautiful. This could have been a goodbye stage. Like, it really could have. If for some reason Mamamoo was like a temporary group that had to break up, this could have been the last stage. For sure. But the last note I had was everyone this round is going hard. Like, they trying to win this show. Like, I think they realized everyone else is going to go just as hard, so the commitment level is tremendous now. No one else have anything to say?
No, I like the stage. It was great. I like the song.
Okay.
The video montage, the way they used it was pretty cool.
Yes.
I'm not a particular fan, so I didn't, it didn't hit me in the heart directly. But I'll still like,
And me and the Moo-Moos, though, right in the feels. People in the audience are crying.
Since when were you a Moo?
Bro.
I don't
have
see
no
any
idea.
Mamamoo stickers on your board.
I got some over here. But
Oh, okay.
Anita, are you still here? Did we lag out? And we will
we're
take
gonna
a cut. So Anita, what were your opinions on this song? We back now. What was your opinions of the Mamamoo's
This-
I Miss You?
Well, maybe I'm a little biased, but I had heard the song before and I really liked it. So I was already biased towards the song, but I really loved what they did with it. I thought the idea of like paying a tribute to the fans, right, and like telling them thank you was really nice, especially for this performance. And like you said, the touch with the trainee videos and I don't know, like that message video overall was really nice. I feel like this was just again like not doing too much, just enough to like solidify yourself. Like this is what we can do. I don't know. I just really liked it. This was my top performance. I would say.
So I like the first one. Anita liked the second one. Warren, are the first or the second your favorite?
This was my second favorite.
Okay, interesting. I don't think there's anything like there's not a lot to talk about the song. It was great though. Like
It was great.
Feels.
Yes.
Let's move on to the third stage. AOA's I'm Jelly Baby plus Time for Some Action and Puss all together. So
Everything.
I'm Jelly Baby. That is a AOA Cream, which is the subunit. That's that song. And then Time for Some Action plus Puss was Jimin's like pretty much solo stage with a guest of Sung Hyup from N Flying.
Yes.
Warren, since this was your favorite stage, what did you think of? Give us a breakdown.
Because here's the thing. First of all, AOA Cream, Tsunayo Baby, I'm Jealous Baby. I personally always have liked the song. It's produced by Black Eyed Person. That's the guys who make a lot of the Twice songs. And this always felt like a sexy Twice. And I was like, I dig it. And it's been kind of swept under the rug for a while, and it's kind of great to see them come back in this manner. And then back when AOA was popular, I wasn't super into K-pop, but I was into hip hop, and I saw Unpretty Rap Star, and then one of the artists on it was Jimin, and I was like, what is this Idol doing here? And I was like pleasantly surprised. I was, wow, I like her voice. She wasn't I wouldn't say she was the best rapper on the show, but she was definitely up there in my humble little tiny opinion. And it's it's a nice little throwback to Time for Some Action, and then mother frickin' Puss, the mother.
Yeah, what do you think the mothers in the crowd thought about that?
Exactly.
I mean, they might not know American curse words. But the funny
mothers
thing is,
are getting hammed. They're like, whoa.
the funny thing is, one of the other contestants said, "I think the moms will like this during the first half of it." They completely went a different direction. So for me, here's some notes. So we downed the 4. That was the first thing, because Seohyun's obviously busy filming a drama, I believe.
Oh yes.
So there was one part where there was these bros like caterpillar crawling on the floor.
Oh yes.
I was like, can I be a caterpillar, bro? Like I could do that. I could lay on the floor and go like this backwards. But that was one point. For me, obviously, the main thing for me was that the first half and the second half very disjointed, completely different things.
Very different.
Yeah.
That was my main thing. For me, out of the 3 AOA stage, this was my least favorite. I really like the mini skirt and egotistic stages.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
I thought
Artistic is just high.
Yeah.
Too high.
Yeah.
for me, like I thought Jimin did her thing. I prefer her half to the first half, though. I thought she did her thing.
Okay.
What about you, Anita?
See, I feel like I'm not a fan of how some of the groups have been doing like a separate thing, like do one part completely different and then someone else does something else. Like it seems disjointed to me overall. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, so I didn't like that this was the format they were going for. But I don't know. I see what they were trying to do. I don't know if they succeeded in doing it well, but they were trying to do something different. So A for effort, I think.
When you give me out grades for effort, that ain't good. Man. Okay. But
S for effort.
But I'm gonna go over the current point standings. They have them on the Wikipedia page. So currently first place. This is a combination of the first 2 rounds plus the first half of round 3. In first place, Oh My Girl, 20,341 points. I know the point system's a lot of BS on this show, but whatever. Second place, Mamamoo, 19,805 points. Third place, I-DLE with 17,191 points. Fourth place, Lovelyz, 13,425. Fifth place, AOA, 13,218. Last place, sixth place, Pakbom, 11,106.
Okay. I've been meaning to talk about this the whole episode, but we got to talk about Pakbom.
Oh, all right.
Because it ain't looking good for her right now.
No, it is not looking good for her right now.
No, I'm really worried. First of all, if she goes last place, she's taking a bigger hit than everybody. Because she's like the most senior person here. She's like the most humble, like getting last is like, it's kind of embarrassing. Like, it's kind of not good.
I feel like throughout the whole show, she's felt like the underdog, right? Because she's by herself.
That's the weirdest thing.
That's the weirdest thing.
it's really disadvantage. I don't know. Like
There's so
it
many
doesn't
other
seem very fair.
girl groups who could have been on this show.
Mm.
That was like
Yeah.
like they just put her on because like it feels to me, no offense to her, right? It feels like they put her onto the show because they wanted like we got Pak Bom on this show. Check it out.
That's why. Yeah.
Like for like not shock factor, but like to get people to watch it. But at the same time, it's like the show was inherently built for groups.
Yeah.
That's why it feels a little weird. Another thing is like with how good the AOA stages have been. Like it's weird that they're sitting all the way down in 5th. They've had some of my favorite stages of the whole competition. But like Oh My Girl for me though has been the standout. I think
I agree.
I've been learning a lot more
100%.
about Oh My Girl.
And honestly, if we think about where people came into the show, Pak Bom had a fully established career again. She's more or less trying to break in again. AOA stood to gain a lot from the show because a lot of people are counting them out. I thought they've been doing a great job, but apparently from the point total, some people aren't that reactive. Lovelyz and Oh My Girl were in both like a similar place coming into this show. We didn't know if they're trending up or down. They were just at a pretty high level. It seems like Lovelyz has either stagnated or gone a little bit down, whereas Oh My Girl has clearly gained a lot of popularity and traction from this show. Mamamoo, you kind of knew high level they would be consistently good. Second place, they've been getting second place like every time. Like that's their thing. You know that they were going to be good. They didn't have that much to gain on the show. And I-DLE are like the monster rookies. You just wanted them to have a good showing to build on their momentum. But the real beneficiaries of this show has clearly been Oh My Girl. In terms of screen time, in terms of how they've done, it's been a great experience for them.
Here's the thing though, because I'm watching people talk about the show outside like each fandom on like online communities and you know on Reddit and like Korean equivalent of Reddit and whatnot. Oh My Girl, even though they're first place, they don't get talked about that often.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
In the
Mamamoo
West, West, we're talking about them though.
Right. Okay, but that's good. At least you know they're getting some attention. Because right now a lot of attention's on AOA and then Mamamoo and I-DLE and you know. And then
But
everyone's worried about.
We'll have to see. I think like
Lovelyz.
in terms of variety, Seunggi has been a real star of this show. Seunggi,
so
Jimin,
funny.
Haejung have benefited so much from being on this show. In terms of like individuals, like having funny
Yes.
moments.
They've been pushing a new nickname for Haejung, the show. They've been calling her General Haejung.
Yes. Yes.
That's a funny
good
one.
nickname.
That's a
Yeah,
good
I like
nickname.
that nickname. Yeah.
But it's funny though that the contestants are also referencing the memes coming out of the show, like "Jogoji," like that kind of thing. They've been saying it themselves. It's really funny to see that like the memes are getting incorporated on the show. But I think that wraps up our review of breakdown of episode 8. We only got 2 left. I think there's 10 episodes. Closing notes. Next week we will see Lovelyz, Pak Bom, Oh My Girl. I'm expecting some crazy stuff again, but we will see you guys next time when we go over Queendom episode 9. We are the crew from SojuTalk Kpop Podcast. Please check out our regular podcast. It should be coming out on Wednesdays. So we recorded before this the actual podcast, so check that out on Wednesday. It's a great time. We cover everything going on in the past week in K-pop. I'm Doug. I want to thank Warren and Anita. We will see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.